Okay, my next guest left her role as an executive at Ralph Lauren to fulfill her own dreams of being her own boss almost 10 years ago. Nicole Feliciano is a founder and CEO of Mom Trends, a blog that provides millions of busy moms a daily dose of style. And now she is hoping to help moms follow their own entrepreneurial dreams with her debut book called Mom Boss. Joining us via Skype is Nicole Feliciano. Welcome, Nicole. How are you?
I am great. Thanks so much for having me here today.
Oh, it's no problem at all. So, let's start right off. So what's the trend? Why is so much of a big trend happening with Mom Boss?
I think the big trend is that women were waiting really late to have children. I think that's something that we're definitely seeing. They're waiting until their 30s. And when they do have kids, they want to have this full experience. And they were also hitting this point in their career where they were experiencing success. They don't want to let go of the financial and success and the ambitions they had in their careers, but they also want to be super present for their kids. Sometimes in a corporation that those two goals are at opposite purposes. But when you're your own boss, you can really lead the way of how your company's going to grow and be very present for your family.
So you talk about three mom bosses in the book. I know you just released the book, right? So obviously you must be very excited about that, right?
I'm so excited. It came out last Tuesday. We've already done some early book signings and out on tour. This week I'm going to Chicago. Next week I'm going to be in Baltimore and in DC. And it's going to be about 20 cities on the tour sponsored by Clorox. So we are excited to get the message out there about starting your own company for women.
And you talk about three types of bosses in your book. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Right, so this book is great whether you're well into your entrepreneurial journey or you're just starting to think about it. So there's a quiz in the book, and it will help identify personality traits that could be leading you to three different types of mom boss careers. The personality traits are things that are how you interact socially, if you like to work alone or with a team, but there's three different types of moms. There's the solo artist. Now this person could be a lawyer, a photographer, an artist. They're basically taking a skill set and setting something up home-based. They could be people who sell crafts on Etsy. It could be a photographer who does wedding shoots. But they can really do things on their own, around their own schedule. They don't need a big staff. They don't need an artist. This is great for people who have a limited amount of time. They've got ambitions and they've got a defined skill set. Next up, we've got brand builders. Now that could be somebody like Mabel's Labels founders or the founder of L&L Bags. These are people who want to build a brand. They've got an idea for a product or service, and they foresee having a team and maybe an office and really growing products over the years and services as well. And then the third one, which needs a little bit of explaining, are the teen moms. Now, teen moms are women who make the most of their communities by selling things directly to the communities and then the communities beyond that. So there's social selling like Roden and Fields. We have some of the samples here. It could be Stella and Dot as well. It could be traditional things like Avon or Tupperware. And then there's some things where it comes to a teen mom where you're becoming a stylist. There's a company called Cabby where they do trunk shows in home. So these are women who are intensely social. They're very connected either through their church or their PTA. So they have a wide network. So they already have all of these built-in customers to service and to help. So I've really seen this as a trend that's exploding in the last.
Right. So what do you think is holding back some of these women that are looking for that entrepreneurial spirit? What is holding them back?
Well, they're being held back by not having a game plan, not building their network, and not figuring out how they're going to make money for the business. So with the game plan, I really advise women before they take the leap and quit their day job or start the company, they need about a year's worth of time. In this year's worth of time, they're going to figure out how the company is going to work, how it's going to be structured. This is also the time to be networking with peers, get advice with other startups, how you can save time and money. Doing some early legwork while you're still working can save you a ton of time and energy when you're actually at the launch phase. And then the third thing that's really holding women back, a lot of times they start these things out of hobbies and then they turn them into businesses, but they haven't figured out how to turn a profit. So early on into your idea, you need to figure out how you're going to make enough money to make this business viable. Because at the end of the day, you do have to cover childcare as well as the other business expenses if you're going to be building your brand or business.
So how do you prioritize by getting, what's attention and the attention needs? How do you prioritize that?
Well, when you've got family and work to balance, you really have to see like what fire is burning the brightest at that one particular moment. So for me, I check in with my family. Mondays and Fridays are my days to do the drop off and pick up of the kids. I have sitters help on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so I can dig in a little bit more to my business on those particular days. So prioritizing, I always have a to-do list. There's always things that are immediately needing my help, and then I have my three month, 6 month, 1 year plans as well. So I think it's really important for working moms to always be maintaining that to-do list and those goals, write them down and post them as well. And then when it comes to family, you've got to be flexible. You've got to be able to know that the kids come first, and then when those emergency calls come from school. Today I got a call about French homework not getting done for my daughter, so I know that I've got to make that a priority when I get home at night to really check in with her and make sure that her homework is getting done and it's getting done well. So believe me, it is a dance that has to be done very carefully, but it can certainly be done if you're organized.
All right. So we have about 45 seconds or so. Can you tell me, does work-life balance really exist? That's got to be really difficult to do, but does it exist? Can you achieve that, or?
I think you can the balance of having a fabulous work life and a great business. I don't think you can do everything all the time, so I've definitely sacrificed on sleep and some of my personal relationships, but I do think you can have those two things. And I think if you keep in mind that growing your business as your family grows, as the kids get older, it's also a fabulous way to be a mom boss.
Right. So anyway, I wish we had more time, but I really want to is there like a website where people can get more information on your business and on your book?
So everyone can visit momtrends.com. That is the website in the hub. And if they click on the Mom Boss Events and Tour, they'll find out all of the locations for the cities and RSVP for the tour. We've got a lot of great goodie bags we'll be offering from Clorox again. And we'll have panels, so they're very interactive. I want the tour to be about talking to moms, listening to moms, and helping them solve their problems on their entrepreneurial journeys.
Well, Nicole, I wish you nothing but the best, and thank you for being on the show, really.
So much.
All right, thank you. Okay, guys, from a mom boss to a fat dad. Ahead, you'll hear from one woman who is sharing her father's struggle with food and family in a new book called My Fat Dad. Hear her story when Healthy Lifestyle returns in a moment.